I know you don't come from a jewelry family in particular.
I do not.
So how did you get into the jewelry game?
I started working for some second and third cousins and stuff like that, and
But why was it like? What made you go to jewelry? Was it just something to fill the time at the point?
I
Did you
wasn't
know
really
you wanted to be into jewelry?
I was into mortgages, not mortgages. I was in real estate before that,
Okay.
and it was just that time. It was just there was nothing going on.
Yeah, it's during the crisis.
It was just literally, and I was just sitting home. My brother just started an appraisal company, and he was like, "Look, let's do this. See what we could how we could milk it." And then my
Did you
mom.
have any idea at the time you were going to be doing designing? No, at that point, it's just like
I didn't even. I
something to
was
make
scared.
money.
I was scared. I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. I was just like, because I knew. I knew I was destined for something. As a kid, I was always like a big dreamer, but I just didn't know what it was gonna be. I can't sing. I can't rap. I could barely dance. You know what I mean? I talk a lot of shit, but
Yeah.
like. And I got into this space. Didn't like it when I was there, and I ended up just.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't a creative aspect when you first got
Right,
there,
when I got there, it
It's
was just
sales, more or less,
yeah,
right?
it was sales, and I'm like, I don't know anything about any of this shit. Like, I didn't even like I liked the aesthetics of diamonds and all that stuff, but like I wasn't really into it like that. I didn't know. I knew what a Rolex was, but like I didn't know there was 100 models.
I remember the first time I came in there looking for jewelry, and then Floyd had something he traded in. It was this big fat ass fucking diamond bracelet. And I'm like, yo, I want that. You look at me like this is you trying to sell me, but you're
Right.
not selling me. You're like, yeah, jewelry's a waste of money. Don't buy that.
But I think it is.
It is.
Listen.
But you were that honest with me, and I was like, all right, like I respect that. Like, no doubt.
Look, my whole thing is like, how many cars have we had?
Yeah.
Right? Like, this shit's all a waste of money. We know that. No matter,
Yeah.
my mom, my dad could tell me, listen, that car's a waste of money. I know that. I'm still gonna get it.
Yeah.
So like me saying that, I'm just putting it out there, because I don't want it back. I don't want it back.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got into the game. I didn't really like being in sales so much, but I was good with people. I spoke the language, and
And the diamond district over there is all
that's all. It's
Jewish,
all,
Russian.
Jewish,
A lot
Russian.
of those guys in there. You fit in pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I fit in pretty good to you, but I stand out to them
Why is that?
because like we're all the same. Like we come from the same culture, but we're not. Obviously, we're not the same.
What is nuances within the culture that like
Yeah, there's
outsiders
just
don't
a lot of
understand?
shit going on in there, and there's a lot of. I feel like there's a lot of hatred, because when I got there, I was cool with so many people, and you know what I mean, that I would see outside of 47th Street, and then like once you see these people, it's like a college campus.
Yeah.
You go there, you see these people every day, you stop saying what's up to people, it's just like, you know what I mean?
It's a good old boy club too, probably.
It gets weird. Everyone's just cutthroat. No one. It's just a dirty spot. So to find someone that's solid there is cool. So I keep all the solid guys with me. Shout out to Avi and Co. That's my guy. Solid dude.
Avi spot is sick too.
Avi's place is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. He's doing big things.
Good for him, man. And so you start off on the sales floor, basically. How did you make the transition to get into the designing part? Like, how did you get creative with it?
So I always loved rosary beads. I remember growing up being a Jewish kid, like I couldn't wear rosary beads. So one time I went to my friend's house. His name was Sylvester, a Filipino cat, and his family was religious, and
Most Filipinos are.
Yeah,
So like, yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah.
He had a pair of rosary beads that were glow in the dark plastic. Like I was like, yo, this,
Club days.
and the reason why I was sleeping over is because we were going to what's that the end of the school year went to like Great Adventure at the end of
Like
the year.
Six Flags or something?
Yeah, but what do you call that?
I don't
Anyway.
remember. My school wasn't cool like that.
We ended up going to Great Adventure. I slept over the night before, and
This is high school.
this is elementary school. This
Oh,
is sixth
shit.
grade, and I remember his dad let me hold him, and I'm like, yo, I'm Jewish. Am I gonna melt holding this shit right now? Like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I
it was
just
cool.
fell in love with them and the way they like wore it, and so I threw it on and glue in the dark. I'm like, yo, this is fire. And I hope my mom won't kill me, my dad won't kill me. I'm sorry about this. The whole day, the next day at Great Adventure, his dad gave them to me. I was like, yo, this
You
is
wearing
it.
them?
My homegirls were like, yo, what are you doing? You're Jewish. I'm like,
Not
whatever,
today.
not today. But I fell in love with them. So from that day, I appreciated rosary beads. And I remember my whole life, I'm like, damn, this is like, it's just the way
It stuck with you.
It's
so fucking weird. I think it's from your childhood stick with you like that.
It's nuts. So, but anyway, fast forward to 2009, I made my own set of rosary beads. So what I did was
With a cross?
no, with a Jewish star in the middle instead of the Mother Mary, and it would drop down into the Hamsa, which is the
hand.
the hand. And people would come in, and I made it for myself.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to do. And people would come in, they were going crazy for it. Floyd came in one day and he was like, "Yo, I want that."
Is he Jewish?
Nah, but it's not even. It's not. It was just one of those things.
But the hands also, I feel like universal.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Star
just.
David, not so much, but
I mean, the star is a star. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know if I'd wear it.
It's a
but I could
6-point
appreciate
star.
how cool it is.
So I felt it was cool. I wore it for myself. It wasn't even I wasn't even trying to sell. I'm like, I'm working in a jewelry store. Let me just make something for myself, whatever. And Floyd came in and he ended up getting that and getting 4 more. So I was like, yo. So once he cleaned us out with that, I was like, all right, let me go make some more. So while I was in the process of making things, I started learning the business a little bit. Then I made myself a Chuck Taylor sneaker. I was like, what's a classic shoe?
The pendant?
The pendant.
I remember when you did that. And then you made the Jordan.
Right.
You made one of these
Right.
Concords though.
Right. So when I would make them, they would sell off my neck. So I'm like, you know what? I got something going on here.
Yeah,
and then
I'm onto something.
Instagram came out, changed my life. I had a channel to display all this stuff. So for me, it was just all right.
Well, that's how this. It's funny. That's how this. Right now, we're here because of Instagram. That's how I. I mean, I might have eventually crossed paths with you anyway, but that's how I came in there to begin with.
Instagram and Floyd Mayweather changed my life, and I'll forever say that.